Colorism is a form of racial discrimination over skin tone and a skin shade, whereas the fairer the skin is, the better, but the darker the skin is, people have a lot of thoughts of discrimination in their mind. And this thing is still happening. I know it is 2021 as I'm speaking about this, and living here in Pakistan, South Asia, there's a few things that I would like to discuss with you on this topic. So let me just put the glasses on and then we're gonna roll it. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Unplugged. My name is Sohail Hashmi, and it's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you today. This is a subject that is, it's a bit of a difficult subject for me to talk about, but friends of mine have asked me that I must talk about this subject and see what my points of views are and what we can do. This is about colorism. Now, at the end of this video, I am going to be making a personal request from you. So let's start with colorisms and the problems that this thing has brought, not only in this country, but many other countries as well. And it is something that really should not be here. I was born with my color skin, with my color eyes, you know, with my own personality. It wasn't planned that I was going to be green, blue, pink, or whatever color is, and whichever color you happen to find yourself in is the color for you, because that color is a beautiful color. As I start this subject, it reminds me again that there is a massive national and international industry that tries to take care of this, to prove to most people that it is nice to be white-skinned. So you have your skin whitening products, you have your lighter shade products, you have your face product, whatever the products are. But this runs into billions and billions and billions of dollars and rupees and what have you. Now, along with this, what happens is that you have a media. The media system also helps to promote color as well, where you can see a lot of, this is unfortunate, but you see a lot of celebrities who go out there and say that, you know, a white color is very good. White is gora or gori, which is a term of endearment, and kala or savla is not. So the whole idea, and what really upsets me about this, is the fact that, you know, women get told that they have to be white. If they're not white, they're not going to be able to get married, so their shade has to be whiter. And God alone knows what they have to go through. You see, I'm not a woman, so I'm not going to claim I understand. No, I don't. So what can we do? What we can do is we can spread awareness about this. And the more people who agree with this, the more people who see how silly this is, but still go along with it, this is now not the time. I hope that COVID has taught us that life can be very short, and that to live a full life is one of the most important things. So why do we have to talk about color? Why is he too dark? Why am I too light? Why is she beautifully tanned? Why is he not? I mean, it is ridiculous. Here in our part of the country, it is nice for people, they think, to have a lighter skin. I know in the West, where I was born and brought up, the people go off on holidays to the Mediterranean or wherever they're going to sit on the beaches to get dark. So I can understand that, because a nice dark bronze skin is fantastic. Here, I don't know what happens, but whatever happens, it's not right. I want to give you 4 ideas here that I would like you to think about. One of the main factors is that we have to acknowledge to ourselves, whichever color we are, that colorism, the racism of colorism exists. It exists all over the world, through societies, through cultures, through different countries. So one must know that this thing exists and not just brush it under the table. It is there, so one must know that it is still here with us. to think about this and be very aware of that. That's the first thing. Now, the second thing after our acknowledgement is the fact that we must learn to have difficult conversations about this. If we find or if we see that our friends or our loved ones or someone that we know or a passing conversation is about this, oh God, look at the skin, or it's a bit too dark, isn't he, or whatever, we must argue the fact out. We must talk about this and talk about this openly so that this becomes a thing to talk about, or this becomes a thing not to talk about, so that people know that you are not into this. You will not be driven into the superiority of a whiter skin. So this is, I think, something that one must learn to have difficult conversations, not arguments, not fights, difficult conversations, so the other people they seem to understand what it is that you're talking about, and that this is an issue that should not be talked about because it is very hurtful to a lot of people. For me, it's a non-issue. It should be a non-issue for everybody. I'm sure it is a non-issue for you. But the awareness of having arguments and having deep conversations about this, again, I feel is very, very important. What do you think? Do let me know what your views are to what I'm saying, and put them down below, because I know a lot of people whose lives have been totally destroyed by this color thing, colorism. One of the most beautiful colors, or one of the most beautiful women that I have seen, not met, just seen, is that of Iman Bowie, the model. And I think that she is absolutely fabulous. I'm sure you may think that too. And I'm not saying it's a color thing, it's just beauty in whichever color. Now, the third thing is to be very, very careful about the fact to use words that do not cause skin shade trauma. That means to not talk about it, oh, darky, or he's dark, or you're looking a bit dark today, or what happened to you, you're not the usual way that you're looking down, you've been in the sun too much, you've done, one has to be very, very careful. Somebody who is dark-skinned, believe me, knows that they are dark-skinned. They don't need to be told. And secondly, one has to be very, very careful about the words that they use, because sometimes, not meaning to, one can say something that could upset the other person and cause trauma to them. I am sure you don't want to be one of those people who wants to do that. I must have done that in the past, so I'm very, very careful that I do not do it in the present or in the future. Now, the fourth thing of awareness, I would say, is to actually believe people of darker skin and darker shade when they tell you about their trauma, or they tell you about what they're going through, because it is very, very real for them. So I think the word here, I would say, is empathetic. So do listen and do understand. You could be helping them out because you are listening. Again, a very, very important factor. Now here I come to my personal request that I would like to talk about. Before that, I would like to do a little exercise. So if you're ready for it, and if you're in a place where you're watching this and you're calm and you're not, in a situation where you're doing something, please do help with this exercise. I would like you to close your eyes, and I would like you to think of a nice, bubbly 6-year-old girl who is a little chubby, who's very dark, who's got some dark skin, beautiful eyes, and who's got a wonderful, wonderful personality, and has a glow of life about her. But she is very, very dark. Now I want you to think that this person, this child, is your sister. Now open your eyes and just think about that. I could have said mother, relative, wife, anyone. Make it personal to yourself what they may have to go through. But they're a part of you. We're all joined to each other. So just think how you would feel if your sister, mother, relative, I'm speaking about the female race, is treated like that, is treated with those words, those insensitive words that come through colorism. My personal request is that women have their fight. This is mostly about women. Women have their fight in the world for whatever it is that they want to do and achieve. As men, I would like to see more men stand side by side with the women, any woman who is going through this, not a few steps behind and not 2 or 3 steps forward, but side by side with women. Because I'd like us all to understand this is not just a women thing. It is a humanity thing. It is a person-to-person thing, and everybody must be together in condemning the trauma, in condemning colorism, and to live one's life out in as much happiness and contentment that they can. It is a very short life. Do we need to do this? Do we need to belittle anyone? I don't think we do. Thank you very much indeed for listening to this. I hope that you understand what it is I'm saying. I hope you found this episode helpful. I hope it has served you. I hope it has brought some questions in your mind. If it has, please do put them down below. It'll be good to hear from you. Caring is sharing, as I always say. And if you already haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Press the red bell icon. And if you want to send this video message to anyone or a friend, if you want to share this, please do. Till I see you again in the next episode, regards to you and your loved ones.